do, yeah.
Good evening. I'd like to call the village board meeting for the Village of Cary for Tuesday, October 6th,
Is that one on?
2020 to order, please. We do have a quorum of village board members in physical attendance at the meeting tonight. However, as authorized by the Illinois Open Meetings Act, village board members Cavelli and Kraus will be participating remotely due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Roll call, please.
Weinhammer,
Here.
McAlpine,
Here.
Collier,
Here.
Betts,
Here.
Cavelli,
Here.
Kraus.
Here.
Thank you. Would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Oh, where's our flag?
Where'd it go?
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Flag.
I think it's up in the,
Who's got a pin? Who's got a lapel pin?
Brian, can you check? I think it's up in.
I have this.
There you go.
That's fine.
All right.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. That's a problem.
Yeah.
I knew that there was something missing over there.
We need to know how to be flexible.
Was that the one we used at the?
Oh, well, we took it upstairs and then it didn't make its way back down here.
Okay.
My bad.
Thank you. We'll now open the forum where the public is invited to make an issue-oriented comment on any matter of public concern not otherwise on the agenda. I have nobody here about that, so we'll go ahead and close open forum at 6:01. A couple things on my report. I just, first of all, want to thank village staff, Public Works, Police Department, Jake and your staff for an exceptional groundbreaking. It was really nice to have everybody together again. All the trustees were able to make it. It was a really nice event. Eric did a stellar job in staging it. It looked really nice. And it was very impressive. And the work that they've done to get the word out to the community through Facebook and our Cary News Weekly is great. I've been inundated with really positive responses to it. So it's a great thing for the village. I can't wait for the construction process to
Yeah.
actually begin.
A
So
long time coming.
it is a long time coming. A lot of great work went into that. So thank you very much to all of our staff for getting it done and for all that participated in the ceremony. It was
For the
awesome.
people that are watching, what is the ground? there,
Our
but-
new municipal center, which will be at 755 Georgetown, which is the corner of Georgetown and Industrial Drive, right behind Goddard School and abutting the Caper Park. So it's a great setting for us. It would be a good location for everything. Okay, I have one proclamation for Fire Prevention Week. Serve up fire safety in the kitchen, October 4th through 10th, 2020. Whereas the Village of Cary is committed to ensuring the safety and security of all those living and visiting our community, and whereas U.S. home fires resulted in 2,630 deaths in the United States in 2017, according to the National Fire Protection Association, and fire departments in the United States respond to 357 fires, and whereas Cary's first responders are dedicated to reducing the occurrence of home fires and home fire injuries through prevention and protection education. And whereas the 2020 Fire Prevention Week theme, Serve Up Fire Safety in the Kitchen, educates the public about the vital importance of developing the home fire escape plan for all members of the household and practicing it twice a year. Now, therefore, I, Mark Koenig, Mayor of the Village of Cary, do hereby proclaim October 4th through 10th, 2020 as Fire Protection Week through the Village of Cary, and I urge all people of the Village of Cary to be aware of the surroundings, look for available ways out in the event of a fire or other emergency, respond when the smoke alarm sounds by exiting the building immediately, and to support the many public safety activities and efforts of the Village of Cary's fire and emergency services during Fire Protection Week 2020, dated the 6th day of October 2020. Thank you. I'm not aware of any trustee reports, so I'll move to the consent agenda, please. I will entertain a motion to approve consent agenda items number 1 through 6 as shown on the village's website and is displayed on the video monitor during the village board meeting.
So moved.
Second,
Roll call, please.
Betts,
yes?
Collier,
Yes.
Cavelli,
Yes.
Kraus,
Yes.
McAlpine,
Yes.
Weinhammer.
Yes.
Thank you. We have one thing on items for separate action. I will entertain a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the execution of a sales tax revenue sharing agreement between the Village of Cary and BSTP Midwest LLC.
So moved.
Second,
Thank you. Brian?
Thank you, Mayor. Village Board, the request before you this evening is for the approval of the agreement that was discussed our last meeting with the Committee of the Whole back in September. As proposed, the agreement is for a sharing of the sales tax that will be generated by the project once it is completed. That will be for 40% of the sales tax numbers that are generated in the property for a maximum of $130,000. The term for the agreement is for a maximum of 10 years, so either we'll hit the maximum dollar amount first or 10 years time limit. And then at those junctures, the terms of the agreement will be expired. Based off revenue projections that were provided by the developer at the Committee of the Whole meeting in September, it's estimated that this maximum $130,000 will be reached within less than 4 years. I'll be happy to answer your questions you may have. The developers here as well can provide additional information.
We had, just so the board is aware as well, there's a draft copy that's in front of you. There aren't any changes to the agreement. The one item that we did add, if you're asking why this is in front of you, is the exhibit that's on the back. That was not within the packet. Now there's an exhibit which shows the subject property. So no changes to the agreement, and as Brian had mentioned, the developer is in support of this, and we're looking for your approval this evening.
The exhibit primarily shows the location of the sanitary line connection that would be provided along Route 14.
I got one question. I didn't get to read through all of this. What happens in worst case scenario if the 130,000 isn't reached within the 10 years?
If the $130,000 is not reached and we get to that 10-year time period, whatever money has been paid out will be the maximum paid out. So if it's only $80,000 that is shared, that's the maximum that the village would contribute.
Thank you.
But I think that they're forecasting this will be done
Yeah,
in like
I
a
would
3-year
figure
time
that.
period.
Correct. Yeah, in a 10-year time period, the project's projected to produce over $1 million in sales
Right.
taxes, and $130,000 of that would be shared back to the developer.
We talked about this extensively at the last Committee of the Whole meeting. I think everybody was on board. Does anybody else have any other questions regarding this agreement?
No, I'm supportive of it. I think that it's a very small investment for a long-term return, looking at the big picture, and it's long-term, so I think we need to do something to get that property going.
Right, any other comments from the village board?
I'll make a comment to this, Trustee Kraus. I agree with what Trustee McAlpine just said, and I kind of look at it as the same way as when we waived the impact fees. It's something to do to look at the long-term benefits that are going to benefit the village and not just a short-term type thing. And then I did have one other question about in the packet, it said $90,000 in taxes. Is that per year anticipated?
That's correct, yes.
Yes.
Estimated annual
Okay.
tax would be about $90,000.
That's where it would start, and obviously we'd expect just for that to increase over time then too. That's the initial payment that we'd expect.
Okay, thank you.
Any other comments? Roll call, please.
Okay, Collier,
Yes.
Cabelli,
Yes.
Kraus,
Yes.
McAlpine,
Yes,
Weinhammer,
Yes.
Betts.
Yes.
Thank you. Moving on to the administrator's report. Jake?
Mayor, Village Board, I just had one update for our residents. If any residents are interested in running for Village Board and being a part of this group up here, now is the time for you to consider that. We have petitions for candidacy that are available at Village Hall. Open positions include the one for the mayor, one for village clerk, and 3 for Village Board members. So we have packets that are available at Village Hall. You can also access information online. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Department head reports, Chief Finland?
Just 2 informational items. One is we're going to be hosting a DEA drug take-back event on October 24th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the police department. So you can bring all your unwanted prescription drugs so that they can be disposed of properly. And as always, we have a drug take-back box that's available in our lobby as well. So, and that's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And then the ETSB, the McHenry County Emergency Telephone System Board, is funding Smart 911. It's a web-based program that you can register your cellular telephone number so that that can be accessed by the public safety answering point, so that you can associate a cellular telephone, which I'm told 80% of all 911 calls came from, to a location or other relevant information, so that it can be available through the the software program to first responders. And it's all secure, and you can register at the self-registration portal at www.smart911.com.
Thank you, Chief. Director Simmons?
Briefly, just wanted to give an update. Following our last meeting in September, we did have the open house for the downtown plan on Saturday, the 19th. We had very good participation. It was a very gorgeous day from weather-wise perspective. We had about 100 individuals come through and participate in the open house in downtown, gave some feedback as far as what they'd like to see, or information as far as feedback on possible improvements that were downtown. That our consultant has taken that information and is currently utilizing that as part of their analysis for the community, and will be developing an existing conditions report that the steering committee for the project will be able to review here in the near future. So very happy with the turnout that we had. The consultant also has some online survey tools still available on the project website. So residents, if they're interested, can still go there and participate in the process, even if they weren't able to come downtown for the open house meeting.
What was amazing about that whole thing was there were so many strong likes and dislikes. There was hardly anybody that was on the fence, which I found very interesting. And either they really liked it or they really didn't like it. People were very excited about it was, I couldn't believe the number of people that got there. It was a great day, and you guys did a great job.
I've talked to some people afterwards as well. They were very appreciative of the opportunity to come out and give feedback on the downtown. They're excited about the downtown and what might be in the future for it, but we had some positive feedback and some strong opinions both ways as well.
Yeah. It's
That's
good.
what we want. We want that feedback.
We need the
right?
feedback, good or bad. We just need to know what people are saying. Right?
Yep.
Thank you. Director Morimoto?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. From Public Works, just one quick reminder. Fall curbside brush collection has begun north of Route 14 for this week. And those of the residents, if you missed the opportunity, as always, the Flood Brothers service to put brush out with the yard waste is also available. And please check our website for parameters. And then next week, we will begin the tour of brush collection south of Route 14. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Any future agenda items and discussion by the village board? None said, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Weinhammer,
Yes.
McAlpine,
Yes.
Kraus,
Yes.
Collier,
Yes.
Betts,
Yes.
Cavelli.
Yes.
Thank you. We'll be starting up in just a minute.
The other one.